Mic check, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yo, this listen through goes out to Michael, who recommended it on the Patron. MxPx is a band I've not ever listened to before, so we should be in for a little ride on this one. 17 tracks. Let me have a look if they're all studio recordings. Yeah, most definite. So we've got a very full album here. Of course, we've got some relatively shorter songs, as we're going to have a punk rock feel. I'm just walking out, people, I apologise. So, I don't know much about MxPx. I assume it's punk rock music, don't get me wrong. Have we got comments? Yeah, we've got comments, which is great, so we can have a little bit of a discussion with the people who are into the music and whatnot. This goes out to Michael. Yeah, one love. First one's entitled Middle Name. Never listened to this band before. Let's go.
Emotion is my middle name. Lay hand bid, let's enter the rain. Put epic thoughts into my head. Gonna find and stand the hurting what you said. Why won't you believe me when I tell you the things that I said? Still say you tomorrow at the show.
I think this is a great sound. This is a great sound. I really like the vocals. The vocals are really good. The vocals fulfill all of that pop punk, that American, slurred pop punk style I do like. It's got a 90s feel to it, although the production is making me think it's a remaster, because the production's really clear and poppy and good. Production sounds like a 2000 recording, but the actual music sounds 90s. 1996, Capitol Records. We'll leave the credits to a later time. We can discuss them later, but this is really good.
It's been a long way, a long time. Wish I never let you. I wish I could forget you and what you said. Gonna rip your complaints to me. I should walk away. I could easily never hear what you say. I'm not your robot or your slave. I won't behave. I'm not your toy. Go on, go. Bury me with self-righteousness. I confess, I'm just a boy. Why won't you believe me when I tell you the thing that I said? Still say you tomorrow at the show. It's been a long way, a long time. I wish I never let you. I wish I could forget you and what you said. Gonna look into the place of me. I should walk away. I can easily never hear what you say.
That was a cool bridge section.
Why won't you believe me when I tell you the thing that I say? I'll still say you tomorrow at the show.
That was really good. They were really easily able to cram a lot of material. It wasn't even crammed, because cram's a negative term, but they were really able to compose so much material with that 2 minutes 55 we just listened to. That was really good. Let's keep this going. I know there's going to be some great songs on this record already. My Mum Still Cleans My Room is track number 2. Let's go. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, listening to Life in General by MxPx. I really enjoyed that first song. This is the first time I've listened to this band, and so far so good. So this is track number 2. My Mum Still Cleans My Room. Let's go. Go on. Someone's called it melodic hardcore. You know what? This probably annoys someone who was into this band. And this band in '96 probably were around the same time as the forming of, if not came before the mighty, mighty Good Charlotte, you know? Because sometimes there's an air of Good Charlotte. And I say that because I'm a very big fan of the first two Good Charlotte records. Like, they defined, like, my music taste, essentially, when I was younger. And where I was to go from there on. So, you know, I put some respect on them records, you know. I mean, they weren't as fast-paced. They weren't as, like, roots punk rock as this sound, what we're getting here. Come on, let's go. Yo, you can't tell me that Good Charlotte didn't lift this band's sound. Do you not think? I like that line. That's me. That's me. Not always sick, but often tired. That's a great line. I like that. You know, when you can align yourself with the music you listen to, that's powerful lyric for me. Come on. I'm liking this sound a lot. This is really good. Yeah, this is really good. This is really connecting with me and my youth. It's connected with my childhood, man. When I first started hearing music on, like I said, I've told you my connection to this sound, and it's really, you know, pleasuring me in the best ways. It's tickling my brain. We've got track number 3 coming up next. Do Your Feet Hurt, okay? Yes, now bless, now don't forget the rest. Now there's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Do You Feel Hurt is track number 3. We are listening to Life in General as recommended by my good friend Michael on the Patreon. Let's jump in.
Can I call you sweetheart? Or even baby doll? If I had your number,
Someone says they are a Christian band.
you'd be getting a phone call. Can I leave you a message on your machine? Letting you know I see you after you get out of school. I won't even mind it if you treat me cruel.
Someone says that NoFX's song Linoleum is the universal reasonable standard for the fast punk song tempo. That's a fair song to call. The reasonable punk song tempo.
Take a ride on my Vespa. I'll take you home. I'll climb up to your window and read you a poem. All your Winchester 7 after your next class. Do you care when I tell you? Step around that broken glass. I know that you believe in the one true God above, and that's why you're waiting for your one and only love. Do your feet hurt? Did you fall from heaven? 'Cause you've been running through my mind all day, my mind on mine. I don't know what to say or do. I can't eat when I'm with you. Good night, sweetheart. I gotta go, and you won't come to my next show.
That was Do Your Feet Hurt. I'm going to be controversial with that one. I didn't like that one as much as the first two that came before it. Just lyrically speaking, and like the guitar riff, that guitar bit. I just wasn't too fussed on it, to be honest with you. Yeah, simple as. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, is coming up as track number 4. Let's keep going. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV, listening to Life in General by MxPx. This is track number 4 of 17, entitled Sometimes You Have to Ask Yourself. I've seen a song called The Wonder Years, which must have been, well, it might not must have been, but it quite possibly could have been where the band The Wonder Years got their band title from. No? Let's keep going. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, alright? D-Beat Central, eh?
Never quite just knew how to get it through the utilitarian, sloganarian minds.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Time to stand up and redefine the lines.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Now. Compartmentalizing isn't realizing, because it's not affecting change in the real world. So get on with your life and get over mine. There's only one world, but there's many different tastes. So enjoy, learn for your sake. Common goals, communicate to contemplate the way things are and why. Don't pawn that such no problems off on the other guy. Cobwebs. Spend your life's capital gain and wealth. Is it a means to an end? Is it the end itself? exclusive. Don't be so elusively blind.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Never want to see me, don't know what you'll find.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Right now.
That was alright. Wasn't a bad tune. Wasn't a bad tune at all. A few little twinkles in there. A couple of D beats. I do like the drummer. I think the vocal melody, the vocal is obviously like the selling point of the band, I would say. But coming in second is the drummer, man. Drummer's really good. Drummer's really tight. And yeah, I like it. You know what? In these styles of punk rock music, like punk rock music, like Fat Records music and so forth, you get you get punk drummers that are punk. Well, it's funny because the punk drumming you hear here is different to the punk drumming you'd hear in like anarcho punk and like more rootsy punk. But the drumming you hear in a band like this, you don't necessarily hear in hardcore punk and stuff. So it's fascinating how there's these different pockets of punk rock drummers. But I like these drummers in these bands. These are really cool because I don't hear them too often. So we've got the Wonder Years coming up next, which will be track number 5, all right? Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady. King of the Bit TV. MxPx. Life in General is the album. Track 5 of 17 is entitled The Wonder Years. Let's go.
I don't understand what's going on in my life these days. Everything upside down, turn around and waste my life. No way. No way. And I don't know why. I can't think clearly, I can't think 'cause it's too early. So many times to put my mind all the time. Lines of 10 rule are one and the same, but there's variations. Lines of 10 rule are one and the same, different type of opinion. I don't understand what's going on in my life these days. Everything upside down, turn around and waste my life, no way. Lines of 10 rule are one and the same, but there's variations. Lines of 10 rule are one and the same, different type of opinion. In my younger years, I used to be so free, but I don't know what's happening to me. We all know by now, the time's the enemy. It controls us, tells us where to be. In my younger years, I used to be so free, but I don't know what's happening to me. We all know by now that time's the enemy. It controls us, tells us where to be. Don't know, don't care, we need me out right here. Don't know, don't care, we need me out right here.
Not a bad tune. Bit of a filler, I would say, personally. Bit of a filler tune. You know, there wasn't necessarily any moments that stood out properly to me. We might actually have a music video coming up next with Move to Bremerton because it's got a different thumbnail. So this will be good. See what we've got going on here. Let's keep going. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Life in General is the album. MxPx is the band. Track 6 of 17 is entitled Move to Bremerton. I think this one comes with a music video. Let's go.
When I meet a special girl,
To me, this sounds like Good Charlotte so much.
she always from somewhere else in the world. Don't wanna call her on the phone. I wanna talk to her when I'm at home. Move to Bremerton, we'll hang out. Move to Bremerton, we'll go all out.
Apologies if you're having a little bit of a hard time listening to the song here because of the volume. Just when it comes to music videos, they can be a little bit quieter, you know, and I can't ramp it up right now, so sorry.
Move to Bremerton, will you be mine? I'll change the street signs you drive down, so you end up in my town. I'll redraw the maps all one by one, so they all lead to Bremerton. Drop out of school and run away. a good place to reside. Move to Bremerton, we'll hang out. Move to Bremerton, run the wall up. Move to Bremerton, will you be mine? Move to Bremerton, we'll hang out. Move to Bremerton, run the wall up. Move to Bremerton till the end of time. If you own a brain and use it too, you gotta know I have a crush on you. I'm a sucker for a level-headed girl with a pretty smile.
I'm a sucker for a level-headed girl with a pretty smile. Come on.
She got to have ideas, yeah, and she got to have style. Drop out of school and run away. Quit your job, you got a place to stay.
My one qualm is, quit your job, you got a place to stay. The way he sort of crams that "t" in, the syllables are just done. It's less than perfect songwriter-wise, and it winds me up a little.
School and run away. Quit your job, you got a place to stay.
You know what? It's not too bad. It works. It works. It works.
Pack your bags and hitch a ride. Bremerton's a good place to reside. Move to Bremerton, we'll hang out. Move to Bremerton, we'll go
Little tambourine in there.
to Bremerton, will you be mine? Move to Bremerton, we'll hang out. Move to Bremerton, we'll go all out. Move to Bremerton till the end of time. Move to Bremerton, we'll hang out. Move to Bremerton, we'll go all out. Move to Bremerton, will you be mine? Move to Bremerton, we'll hang out. Move to Bremerton, we'll go all out. Move to Bremerton till the end of time. Move to Bremerton, we'll hang out.
That was a great tune. Yeah, I really like that one. That was a great tune. What a great hook. And you know, if you were from Bremerton, what a song to have. Yeah, that was really good. I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. Move to Bremerton. I don't know where the hell Bremerton is. Generally speaking, I would assume it was an American band, but could be quite Canadian perhaps. The scenes I saw there were reminiscent of something I would associate with Canada, but I don't know. Probably American, right? We got no information, but let's give some respect to Steve Kravick on the production. Did a great job. We've got Brandon Ebel, executive producer. Mike Herrera on the bass and vocals. Tom Wisniewski, perhaps, on the guitar and vocals. Yuri Ruley on the drums. Mike Herrera, composer, lyricist. We got New York to Nowhere coming up next, all right? Yes, now bless now people, don't forget the rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. New York to Nowhere is track number 7 of 17. Life in General is what we're listening to by MxPx. Devoted to Michael, who recommended us on the Patreon. Let's jump in.
Going nowhere fast, watching cars go past. One wants to snowmelt faster. There's 10 minutes on this desert. 16-hour drive, just played it sometime. New York to nowhere, we're never gonna get there. A million miles away from everyone I know. Stuck in night and day, with 5 more days to go.
Little modulation into the major there. A little bit of music for you.
Going nowhere fast, watching cars go past. Why won't the snow melt faster? There's
Love them drums.
16-hour drive, just played it
Little bit of no effects, a little bit of Fat Mike in the drawl of his voice. You know.
sometime.
Tiny little bit.
New York to nowhere,
On this song in particular.
gotta get there.
Wonder how these dudes wrote songs. I wonder how they came up with the songwriting process.
Stuck in night and day, with 5 more days to go.
Good tune. Yeah, good tune. Good energy. When you put this record on, you're going to get fast punk rock music, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I like the contrast of the fast drumming and, you know, quite fast guitar work in relation to the more sort of straightforward mid-tempo vocal line. He's not peppering it out like it's a thrash metal band, you know. It's good songwriting, and there's good contrast that really amplifies and accentuates what is being said. We've got Andrea coming up next. There's ROCKSTEADY KOTP TV signing in. I bet the Andreas of the world like this one. We're listening to MxPx. I'm going to go get some Indian food later on. We've got a table booked. I'm looking forward to that. Life in General. Track number 8 at 17. Let's go. Yeah, all the crust drummers could learn a thing or two from this band, you know. You know what I mean? The consistency is. I would consider this a D beat. I mean, not a pure, strict Buzzcocks, Discharge. Who's the other act? Veruca's D beat, but it's a D beat nonetheless to me in a broad, general sense of the term. Some people are D-beat elitists, right? And when I say some, I mean the actual people who coined the term said there's only one way to do it, people. So I'm breaking the rules. Full of love songs, isn't it? This guy's songwriting 101 on this. That was good. That was Andrea. Not a bad little number. Not a bad little number. Keeping it consistent. Let's keep moving. We're going to fly through the records. Your Problem, My Emergency coming up next. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, KOTP TV signing in. MxPx, Life in General. Your Problem, My Emergency is the title of this one. Track 9 of 17. Let's jump in. Great harmonies. Dumb harmonies are so good that they sound like a vocal effect, like a pedal effect, but it's not. Really well produced.
Why is your problem always my emergency? This is no court of law. You're all speculation.
Like church.
Sex masquerades as rock and roll, and manufacture music that save your soul. So go and do your homework. Demographics, target marketing.
Very good, very good. Your Problem, My Emergency. Not a bad number, not a bad number. You know what? I thought it was going to be like a simp classic there. I thought it was going to be another love song about any problems you've got. It's my emergency to solve them. I thought, please don't be. And it wasn't, which was good. Yeah, very good. I really appreciated the production. I took time to just listen to the production and how clean and just how brilliant it all is. It sounds really good. It's a really good sounding record. We've got Chick Magnet coming up next. Music video. Yes, now, bless. Now, don't forget the rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Chick Magnet is track number 10 of 17. We're listening to Life in General by MxPx. Let's jump straight in. Music video with this one. 861,000 views. Reeling the tempo down a little bit on this one, for the time being at least. Slowest we've heard him.
Well, he's a chick magnet, if ya know what I mean. The way the girls just go to him, well, ya should have seen. The guy, yeah, he's got style, and it's plain to see. Blue shoes and
Very 90s style,
hair, bombers as can be.
Yeah, mate. When I was a prison guard, just before I quit, I played this song on the bass while a prisoner played the guitar, Punk AF. It's quite funny, because he said, just before I quit, just to sort of say, don't attack me, punk rockers. Truth be told, right, if you're a prison guard, don't get me wrong, a job's a job and somebody's got to serve purpose and look after these inmates who, you know, I mean, rather be a good prison guard than someone who abuses their position. So there's nothing like unpunk about it, but generally speaking, you know, if that's the route you want to go through, you know, I think there's different levels of what some people would call punk, and I don't think it is punk AF if you're like, you know, emphasizing those facilities or participating in those facilities. Let's have a look if anybody's arguing in the comments. You know what? This might be a very wholesome band because we're not finding much, you know, dispute. Someone says, working at prison and getting paid to oppress people is one of the least punk things one can do. And then they've gone on to say playing an MxPx song is definitely a close second. So look, MxPx caught a stray bullet there. Although somebody does say working in prison as a guard and making the higher-ups think you're oppressing the inmates when in reality you're just treating them like normal people and playing pop-punk music for them. Might not be very pop-punk rock, but it's badass. Might not be very punk rock, but badass. Somebody says, you wish. You wish. Somebody's in complete disagreement, in complete disbelief that that happened. Yeah, fascinating. Fascinating. Is working as a prison guard contrary to being a punk rocker? You tell me. Cheeky little walk of the bass there. Taking the old bass guitar for a walk. Walking bass line. Really sounds like the Billy guy from not Green Day, from Good Charlotte. Don't you think? Good bit of storytelling here. That was hard. This guy's a player, to be fair with you. Everyone took him into the fries. Get back! You can't hate the hustle, mate. This guy's got it. He's running game on these hoes, man. I'm telling you that. Look at him suited and booted as well. The shirt and everything. This guy's pimping straight up, mate. This guy's pimping. Come on. This is a great number. This is fucking sick. Yeah, that was one of the best punk rock songs I've ever heard. That was really good. That was really good. That was, well, let's call it best pop punk songs, you know. That was really good. Yeah, that was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. We've got Today Is In My Way coming up next. Yes, Now Blessed Now. Don't forget to rest now. Today Is In My Way is title number 11 of 17 on Life in General. Really enjoying this record. The last track, Jig Magnet, was a special song. That's like a one in a career song, really, isn't it? That was a fantastic number. This entire listen through goes out to Michael. So if you're an MxPx fan or a punk rock fan, don't thank me. Thank my man Michael for recommending this. Let's go. Bum, 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 wow.
It breaks my heart, it makes me sad to think of all the times we had. You make me laugh and you make me cry, and all that I can do is sigh and wonder why. How will I get there tomorrow if I can make it through today? How will I get there tomorrow when today is in my way? Today is in my way.
Bow. La da 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 da.
Done is done, and in the past, good things come and go so fast. You looked up at me, you said goodbye. All that I could do was sigh and wonder why. How will I get there tomorrow?
I love this style of punk rock, man. When the vocals hit it nice, because the intensity of the drums really supercharged the emotive value of the melody behind the voice. It's such a great... It's a bold statement. I would argue it's quite an extreme sound. There's an intensity that drumming produces, you know. Am I wrong? And let me just tell you, this is probably one of the best pop punk bands. I would call it pop punk. I call it punk rock, yes, but punk rock spans like Crass and the flipping shit lickers and stuff like that. So I'm not going to strictly call it punk rock. I would argue that it is, you know, some people might call it skate punk, but to me that genre is redundant. I'd call it pop punk music personally because it's melodic and it's nice. Some may call it melodic hardcore. Hey, if that's the way you sort of want to approach it, that's you. But me, pop punk, this is one of the best bands I've heard, best sounding bands I've heard that spans my knowledge of that particular area of this music. This is really good. This band must be underrated, man. In this day and age, at least. Today is in my way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Na, 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 da, 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 da. Ba-da, ba-da-da, 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 ba-da-da. Today is in my way. Da, 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 da. Great tune, great energy. We've got a bunch of short ones to go through now, which I'm happy about because I'm on a time restraint. So let's jump straight in. Sorry Not Sorry is track number 12. I'll see you there. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. Let's jump straight in. Sorry So Sorry is track number 12 of 17. We're listening to MxPx. You know that by now. Let's go. We'll do doing time after this one as well. We'll blow it straight into it. What's the deal with varsity jackets, people? Is it a sports related thing? It's proper American, that, isn't it? Varsity jacket. Go see the jocks wearing them. Yo, I saw a crazy comment the other day, right? Because a tie, I just noticed because the principal or the teacher or whatever in the background's got like a shirt and tie on. So the tie is symbolic of power, right? You call it a power suit, and what's a suit without a tie, right? Or some may say that. So some people, or generally speaking, people subconsciously identify the tie with symbolic of authority and power. But somebody said in a comment section the other day that the tie is symbolic of the leash around your neck that those have placed on you. And it made me think. I thought, whoa, that's an interesting way to look at it. Because you can wear a suit, you can look smart and this and that, but you don't need to wear a tie. So I thought that was fascinating. Anyway, back to it. After we give and forget, crack a joke and a smile. It's hard to say you're sorry when you know that you were wrong. You wear the burden words, way up and carry on. The annoying things I don't mind so much anymore. Come on. I've learned to tolerate the annoying voice. I won't let the sun go down when I made a mistake. I'll make right what I've wrong and get more than I take. It was an alright tune. It wasn't the best tune on the record. It wasn't the best tune, but luckily for you, we're going to go into the shortest track on the record at 1 minute 37. We got Doing Time. 540,000 views on the shortest track on the record. This is going to be interesting. I was going to say it's not going to be as good as Sublime's Doing Time, because that is a classic. But hey, if the people are supporting this one, I think it might come with a music video. Let's find out. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. You know what? No need for an introduction, is there? We're going to blend this on from Sorry So Sorry. This one's entitled Doing Time. Let's go. Music video alongside this. A very well played one, so albeit it's short, it must be something special. Let's go.
I remember times I had, some were happy, some were sad. Memories being the partners of crime, blowing up 1,000 times. I got through it, I feel fine. I went to school and did my time. In a sense, I'm out, in a sense, I'm free to do what I wanna be.
I went to school, I did my time. That's a good way of looking at it, isn't it?
Fun was cartoon Saturdays, fun was saying a passing. Blame was trying to fit in, blame was the wrong crowd, let me in. I got through it, I feel fine. I went to school, did my time. In a sense, I'm out, in a sense, I'm free to do what I wanna be. Yeah, I gotta stick together.
This was on Scooby-Doo. Simple Plan sing the Scooby-Doo theme song. What? What's going on?
I never did homework after school. Done all the things I thought were cool. Went out every Friday night. I still do, and I'm alright.
Very cool. And so this playlist that's popped up, Christian Rock and Alternative, just reminded me that someone said this was a
Three
Christian
actions
band
in one.
initially, which is fascinating. There's not a heavy presence of that within this particular record, but that's interesting. We got Correct Me If I'm Wrong coming up next, all right? Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Correct Me If I'm Wrong is the title of this one. Let's just jump straight in, shall we? Track 14 of 17. This listen through goes out to Michael, who recommended it on the Patreon. Thank you very much. Come on.
Did you forget what's important in your life? Somewhat conscious. Everything is going wrong, and you regret the decisions that you made. I don't expect seconds to come along. You already found the book with all the answers to all your questions. So take a closer look. You're in the turn lane, and I'm the intersection. Did you forget when you walked out of my room to turn off the lights and say goodnight? The branch starts coming soon, I will admit. In the end I'll be okay, I think it's safe to say. You don't know if I'm better off this way. You already found the book with all the answers to all your questions. So take a closer look. You're in the turn lane, and I'm the intersection. Please don't forget how to laugh out loud and be proud of yourself. I know you'll do what's right for you. You already found the book with all the answers to all your questions. So take a closer look.
bit of a filler song. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a standout number for me, that one. Want a standout number. Let's finish this record off, basically. We've got Crystalina coming up next. All right, track number 15. Keep going. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at KOTP TV. Crystalina, perhaps, is the title of this one. We're listening to Life in General. Well, we're coming to the end of it. Track 15 of 70. It's been a great listen. Let's continue. Crystalina.
She's so cool. Crystalina, she's out of control. Half the time she don't know where she's at. Crystalina don't know much about that. You know, not a Crystalina. You know, and I know when I've seen her. You know, not a Crystalina. You know, and I know when I've seen her. Crystalina, she's in her own world. She's always happy as a little girl. Crystalina's nice unless she's annoyed. Crystalina happens to like boys, but not me. And not a Crystalina. But you know, and I know when I've seen her. You know, and I know Crystalina. But you know, and I know when I've seen her. Crystalina, where you go? Do you even know where you've been? Crystalina, won't you stay? Please don't go away. Would you be my friend? But you know, not a Crystalina. But you know, and I know when I've seen her. But you know, not a Crystalina. But you know, and I know when I've seen her.
Crystalina, this record is jam-packed full of love songs. It's songwriting 101, really, isn't it? The guy's a good songwriter. He knows what to write about. It doesn't come across as too corny. I'll emphasize on too corny. It's a little bit corny, don't get me wrong, but they kind of make it work. They do kind of make it work. Sometimes better than other times, but that wasn't too bad. I've never heard of anyone called Crystalina before, though. I'll tell you that much. I've never come across that name before. We've got Destroyed by You coming up next. Des Rocksteady, KOTP TV. Life in General is the record. MxPx. Track 16 of 17 is entitled Destroyed by You. Let's jump in, shall we?
Can someone tell me why I'm feeling this way? Can someone tell me why this world is so great? It's never just black and white. So much went on tonight. Was I wrong or was I right? You think the whole world revolves around your head? You are ignoring me. You haven't heard a word I said. Why can't I just pull myself together? What's done is done. Never say never.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Can someone tell me why I'm feeling this way? Can someone tell me why this world is so great? It's never just black and white. So much went on tonight. Was I wrong or was I right? Always look for good in the bad. Learn from the mistakes that I have had. I relearned to let it go. Talk and say
does that sound like? Bit Blink 182. Bit of Blink 182. Pretty good, Destroyed by You. Let's finish off with Southbound. We'll just jump straight into it, yeah? Let's continue onwards and finish this record, yeah? 17 to 17. This entire listen through has gone out to my friend Michael, who's recommended it on the Patreon, so don't thank me, thank Michael for this listen through. After this video, I'll give you one last review. I'll overview the entire record, and I'll rate it out of 10 for you, okay? How about that? Let's go. Last track. Good line, that. Come on. Scooby-Doo. This is in What's New Scooby-Doo. And it was also in Ice Age 2002. What? Big Air Freestyle. Come on.
Been on the road a while. I gotta get back to a place with style. Hang out, having fun. I gotta get back to the beach in the sun. Saturday Night Vibe. Windows down and music on the stereo. I'm driving and I'm dreaming. There's no place I'd rather go. Play it every night with the occasional fight.
Hey, 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 hey. That's the crowd participation bit, innit? Everyone, hey, hey, clap your hands, hey, 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 hey. I do like the album artwork. I think it's pretty cool. This guy here in the bin with the banana peel on his head, I don't think he was necessary, to be honest. I think he's like too additional a fixture, unless he's got some sort of indirect purpose or meaning I don't follow. But just the jock and the punk rocker and the teacher kicking off in the background, you know. I have a really, really good artist behind that. Yeah, hey, hey, hey. Nice sounding snare, that, innit? It's like a shaker's been thrown in there as well. Can you hear that shaker, that egg shaker? It's really subtle. That was a good way to finish a record. That was a great cadence. That was a great way to finish the record. I like that. Right, I'll give you one last video. Let's finally review this and then move on to the next. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We just listened to MxPx Life in General. I don't know how far the discography this one came about, but this was my very first time listening to this band. It was recommended on the Patreon by my friend Michael. He says, Brett, we got to get some MxPx on. He's given me another recommendation as well, which I'll be getting around to. But I thought, let's start with this one. 17 tracks. No bonus material. It's just 17 complete tracks, all right? Song length, probably looking at an average of around 2 minutes 40 seconds, would you say that? And it doesn't really come with any filler. 17 tracks, no filler. Very concentrated energy, albeit it is spread, you know, quite thin as far as the track listing is concerned. 17 tracks is 17 tracks at the end of the day. But you put that into 8 tracks, 9 tracks, and, you know, it just, you'd want a little bit more. You'd want a little bit more due to the song lengths and the, you know, the impact and tempo these tracks sort of give you. Production is spot on. The production is absolutely brilliant. The record is a 90s record, complete 90s sound, but the production value sounds ahead of its time. It sounds like a 2000s record. The production's really ahead of its time. Production value is spot on. Relatively minimal instrumentation. It's a guitar band. We got a guitar, a bass guitar, drum kit, and a vocal line, and potentially, you know, a backing vocal thrown in there every once in a while. But it sounds massive, even with the limitations of the instrumentation. It's massive. 3 chords, 4 chords, power chords, a little bit of a bass noodle from time to time. Drummer, just classic punk rock drumming. No rock drumming, no metal drumming, no jazz infused drumming, no frills, no ornamentation. Just punk rock drumming. Great drummer. D-beat central throughout the entirety of it in a melodic punk rock fashion. You know, obviously we weren't listening to crust. The vocalist was really good. I sort of stepped into alternate music when I was very young by coming across bands like Good Charlotte, who had lifestyles of the rich and famous on like smash hits TV, music channels and stuff like that, and the Anthem and stuff. And so this band might predate Good Charlotte, to be honest with you, by a year or two. I don't know when Good Charlotte initially formed and when they were demoing and stuff, so I can't tell you who came first or who influenced who. But this, the vocal line was very reminiscent of what I loved from Good Charlotte. Great songwriting, great melodic value, great approach. You're able to hear everything that's being said. A fantastic way with melody. And before people start commenting, yeah, MxPx more than likely came before Good Charlotte. So I'm not saying like who influenced the other. Like, that's not the case. But yeah, really good melodic value, really good songwriting. Quite a lot of lovey-dovey elements, which is you know, hit or miss really, depends what you're into, but the emotive value is good, and the intensity of the drums creates sort of like an intense, emotive, in-your-face sound, you know. The songwriting, lyrical content, and the, you know, the beautiful melodies that the frontman provides, whilst the drummer just creates this incredible punk rock energy and tempo. It's a match made in heaven. It shouldn't work, but it does. The contrast is emphasizing. Really good. This is one of the best punk rock sounds I've ever heard. I really like this record. Am I going to return to this record? Who knows? I'm not going to say no. There's nothing in particular that I thought, I am going to have to get back to this. I think one of the best, you know, punk rock songs I've heard was Chick Magnet. What a great bit of songwriting. Chick Magnet was really good. Really good. I was very impressed. I'm going to give this record a... Fuck! I like to be critical, but I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I thought this was really good. I thought it was a really good record. What more can I ask for? On that note, I'm signing out, people. Peace. One love. Goodbye.